What's your name?
Hi, my name is Manuel.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Laura.
All right.
And this is Spiky.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, and where are you guys from?
We're from Germany,
Yeah, where in Germany?
near Cologne,
Okay.
Koblenz,
Okay. No, not the second one. I don't
in
have
a,
a clue on that.
in a little village.
Okay.
And I can tell you now the story from us.
Yeah?
We sell our house and all
Very
things what
good.
we have,
Yes?
and we start traveling.
Very good.
Our first country was Spain.
Okay.
We're starting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very so this is new.
And we want traveling the world.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
and
so cool.
and now we was in the 8 week eight, 8 week
8 week, yeah,
Yeah.
2 months.
Oh, it's been 8 weeks.
we're in the
Wow.
beginning.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
very exciting. Very cool. And so you guys just got this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow, that's
It's
so
our
cool.
house.
yes.
Very good.
Now we live in the car, and we working
Yeah,
in the car.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. So, emotions.
Oh,
Where do they happen in the body?
Where did that? I think in the whole body.
Yeah,
I think in the whole body. Yeah.
yeah. So, so you feel them in your whole body?
Emotions.
Yeah.
Yes.
They cause changes in your whole body.
Yeah.
And where do they start? They start in the whole body?
Emotions. I think starting in the brain.
Ah, okay. Okay, very
and
good.
In the heart.
And in the heart. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
If you have an emotional problem, would you go see somebody who studied the brain or the heart?
I No, I think it must be work together.
yes, yes.
So you would see two doctors, one who studied the brain and one who studied the heart. You would call a cardiologist and say, I am randomly getting angry for no reason. I have an emotional problem. I'm depressed, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You would call a cardiologist and say, "Hey, cardiologist, what can I do about my emotional issues?" No, you wouldn't.
No,
What about you?
no therapist.
You would call a
For
therapist
the brain.
for the brain.
Yes.
What about you?
I think it have worked together.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What about the soul? What is that? The soul?
The soul?
Seele.
How do you say it?
Seele.
Seele.
German, Seele.
Seele.
It's very important, I think.
Okay. And is that in your body?
I think yeah, it's in my body.
Okay, where?
I don't know. It's
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question about that. If if a rock fell, let's say you were hiking and a rock fell, okay?
Mhm.
And it fell and it crushed your arm,
Mhm.
okay? Okay, that's one thing we can
Mhm.
imagine.
Mhm.
Let's imagine, and for you, the rock fell and it crushed your chest. Okay. I don't want any harm to come to Spiky. Okay, and then for me, the rock fell and it crushed my skull.
Mhm.
Okay. Whose soul will have changed the most? Or maybe a better way to ask the question is, yeah, which soul is the most likely to have been damaged or changed? Because Alzheimer's, you know what Alzheimer's is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is damage to a part of the body, and it seems like for somebody with when we're talking to someone with Alzheimer's, a loved one, seems like their soul is kind of disappearing almost. They don't have the same personality, they don't have the same memories, and a bunch of different things that we tend to associate with the soul. Alzheimer's affects the brain. Addiction, which has a big effect on one's soul and can really change a personality, attitudes, perspective, everything. Drugs, right?
Mhm.
Those things are going to affect the brain. And if I damage an organ in your body, I would never. But if I were to damage one, well, doctors and scientists have found that if I damage you here, that's going to dramatically change your personality.
Mhm.
If I, there's a famous killer in the US who was having problems, psychological problems. He felt angry, he felt aggressive, and he wrote in his journal, "Oh, I don't know why I'm feeling this way." He tried to talk to a therapist. He did not try a cardiologist, though. So maybe if he had tried a cardiologist. But he tried to talk to a therapist, and then he ended up one day, he cracks and he takes a gun and he shoots a bunch of people. And then they looked at his brain afterwards and they saw he had a tumor. Where would you guess the tumor was? In his hand, in his knee, in his foot, in his
Brain. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that's the conversation, I guess. So is it possible that you exist mostly in there?
I don't know what you mean now.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Is it possible that yourself, your soul, your memories, your perspective, your personality, your preferences, your habits, that almost all of that exists in your skull?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. And then maybe it is able to move this body around and send signals throughout this body, and we feel things throughout the body. But maybe the processing is happening in the brain.
Yes.
Yes.
And if that's the case, then maybe we should all learn about how sort of the brain functions, because sometimes the brain, we say stupid things and we believe stupid things
Yes.
and we do really harmful things, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it would be really interesting is if we had tried as a species to better understand how this functions, and also not just how culture affects us, but how we evolved, right? Because when we're born, we already have a brain.
Yes.
It's not like it's empty and then your experiences just put stuff in there, right? So there's already in here a bunch of automatic sort of reactions to life that we evolved with. And some of those are wrong. And they're called biases or fallacies. Have you heard of those biases? Bias? BS? No, I don't know.